Say what?
It's recording.
Yeah, it's for you coming on and blessing us with your president and everything. You know, cause
Well,
we
thank
we've
you
been
for
trying
having
to
me.
for the longest get our finances right, and it finally we get civilized enough to finally find us an official financial advisor
I'm
with
not a
the
financial advisor. I'm a finance educator.
same thing. Same thing. It mean all the same to us. Hey, you know how to handle money.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I hope so too, and hope you can teach us a little bit about how to make or save money.
Oh,
Is it make or
absolutely.
save money? Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your day?
Good, good. It's afternoon, early afternoon over here.
Ooh, and
What
where
time
you
is it
at?
over there?
It's 10:30 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Night time. Yeah.
Late at night.
Not really, kind of early because we usually started at around midnight to 1 my
Oh,
time.
wow.
Yeah.
Midnight owls, huh?
That's right. We gets it in over here.
You don't get much sleep over there.
Oh no. I work all the time. We don't sleep. We don't need sleep. Got plenty of time to sleep.
Right.
But anywho,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Emma, Emma Finance, which one you like to go by?
I go by Dr. Emma.
Mm. Oh, excuse me, doctor. Excuse me, Dr. Emma. Excuse me.
PhD, Bo. PhD.
Oh, that's what they say. I thought it said something else. Oh, now I get it. I'm slow.
There you
See,
go.
I don't. Hey, I don't know too many people with doctor's degrees. So excuse me if I mispronounce or misspeak of anything.
No worries.
Hmm.
Is Trav gonna join?
Yeah, he gonna join. He just working out an issue,
All right.
video issue. But as we wait, won't you
Mm-hmm.
tell the world about yourself, Miss Doctor Emma?
You said you want me to speak about myself?
Yeah,
Oh, I like that applause. They're applauding for me.
yeah, for you. That's for you. All this is for you.
All right. So about me, I'm a Texas graduate, the Lone Star State. Did
Texas.
my bachelor's and master's over there,
Mm,
and my doctorate is from the UK. Um, my field of expertise is finance and economics. That's what my passion is, what I like to talk about. My Instagram handler is at Finance by Emma, where I do topics in two different languages. It's in English and in Arabic about different topics of finance, investments, stocks, ETFs, bonds, and so forth.
mm.
Um, I have a workshop or an online session tomorrow about stocks and crypto as well, and it's free for everyone.
Hey,
Yeah, if you want to join, it's on Bahrain timing, 6 to 8 p.m.
PM. So it's like midnight here. I'll join that. Can I be a
So,
guest speaker?
yeah, if it's 4:30 now and you say it's 10:30, yeah,
10:30.
so it'll be
Yeah.
around that time, yeah, midnight.
Would I be able to be a guest speaker?
Sorry?
Would I be able to be a guest speaker?
Well, okay, next time we'll have you as a guest speaker because this one is a session where we're
Right.
presenting and it's me and
It's
another
formal.
presenter and
Okay.
it's timed.
Okay. Well, I can't do formal. It had to be informal for myself.
Yeah.
But
Do
anyway,
speak louder, Bo, though.
say what? Can you hear me?
Just, yeah, speak
All
louder.
right. Okay. I put my lip closer to the mic. I
Yeah.
put on my smooth R&B jams voice. That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else do you want to know about me?
Oh, it's all about you. I want to know how to get the money. I want to know how to get to the money. Money.
You're a crypto enthusiast yourself.
Yes, I am. And I
Yeah,
know
you
we
are.
have our debacles, if I said that right now, debates on there, yeah. And our debates on we have our debates on crypto and stocks or whatnot. And but I know we were talking about what we were talking about a little while ago. XRP. You still feel the same? And
Okay, so
someone owed me I'm right.
how do you feel about XRP?
I love it. Cause I think when me and you first had this conversation, XRP was like at 40, 38 to 40 cents at the time.
No, no, it
It
was
was
above a
like, or
dollar.
maybe 50. No, 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 no. It was like at 50 cent. It was at 50 cent. It didn't go to above a dollar to like close to November, October, November time
Mm,
frame. And I told you that it's right here is gonna be the one. And I
yeah.
remember you, Dr. Emma. You said, "Oh, it's a stable coin. This would never go above a dollar." I'm like, okay, all right,
See, everybody has a preference in what they like
right.
to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
My preferences has always been stocks and bonds.
Mm,
In terms of crypto, I've tried the different kinds of altcoins, but I think I'm more inclined towards Bitcoin at the moment.
right.
But I have Ethereum. There are a few that I play around with,
Mm.
but I've never been into XRP. I had it a while, and I'm more pro
You too
Bitcoin at the
disciplined.
moment.
You too disciplined. I be trying to get you off and trying to get you to shake it up a little bit. But
Well,
no,
maybe
I'm
I'll
with you on
consider
that.
it. See, because I'm focused more on the stock market and ETFs and
Right.
things like that, and
Yeah.
crypto was a small percentage of my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And way behold, I've more than doubled in crypto, so I
Right.
am
Right.
enjoying the reaps of those benefits. But so far, I've been more into Bitcoin, Ethereum, a bit of Cardano. I tried
Mm.
Sol, and I've tried other stuff as well over the years. But I
Anything but
think the
those,
bread
huh?
and butter is Bitcoin.
I got it. And speaking of Bitcoin, it's just been taking off, like even as we speak. You
Yeah, it's
know,
reached 118,000.
right? I seen that like earlier to the time. It's like 117 now, but it touched like 118. It might
Yeah,
hit 120 before the end of the month though.
hopefully.
But yeah, but we have like a financial group chat where not so far as like telling play, but more getting people into investing more. And I know a lot of issue we come across is it's a lot of people first time investing, and
Hmm.
instead of them asking the question of, oh, how do I do this with this, thinking that there's dumb question or whatnot, right? But we
Like
try to
what?
get people more into investing. We try to start out at the simple portion of, hey, start an account. You only have a platform, get your Robinhood. So what platform do you? I know Bahrain is a little different. I know y'all
Yeah.
have different platform that y'all use there. But
Uh, go ahead.
now you go
So
ahead.
for trading, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it
Investing,
depends
trading.
on what I'm trading. So if I'm buying GCC markets, I
Mm-hmm.
use a local brokerage firm that is local for this region. And if I'm
Mm-hmm.
buying US shares, I do it on Interactive Brokers. I
Right.
used to do it on E-Trade, and before E-Trade, I had Ameritrade. But that was when I was living in the US. Once I came back here for a while, then E-Trade no longer wanted to have people from certain regions trade on there, so I had to move to Interactive Brokers. So that's where I buy the US shares and ETFs on, and option trading as well.
Mm. What
And
you what you?
well,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I was
I feel
going to say
say.
crypto as well. For
Mm.
crypto, I've tried different platforms. I've tried Binance, I've tried CoinMina, and we have a local brokerage firm which I use, which is called Rain as well. So
Mm-hmm.
whichever platforms that allows, the certain nationalities are the ones that I go on.
Oh, nice. So, in your career of being in finance, right? So, what's
Mhm.
like what would you say some of the most common financial mistake you see people make, and what would you
Okay,
suggest to avoid it?
panic. Panic, greed, and fear, those are common emotions that get people to make mistakes in the stock market. First of
Mm,
all, the idea of FOMO, the fear of missing out. Once they now see the Bitcoin rally, they want to hop on the train. Okay. And,
mm,
everything that gets heated up, there is a pullback. And when this pullback happens, they panic and then they go sell.
Right.
So those kinds of emotion triggers, if they don't know how to manage them, they will lose money. The
Mm.
FOMO of trying now to rally with the upward trend, and
Right.
then as soon as it cools off a bit, or there's a pullback or a price correction, then they don't stick it out. They panic and they sell because they're afraid they're going to lose more money.
Mm.
So those kinds of stuff. Another thing is greed as well.
Right.
Human nature is greedy, So let's say, within a month, a certain asset that you bought, or, an ETF or a stock, increased by, let's say, 60 or 70%. It rallied really high, right?
Right.
They don't take profit, or take part of their profit out, or the capital out. They keep it in. They keep wanting it to go up. But if you lock in a certain, you have to know your strategy. You know what your take profit is. If you have reached that amount, take your capital out, or take your part of it out if you don't want to liquidate the whole position. But at least safeguard it, because an increase in price or capital gain is unrealized until you actually liquidate it or take profit. So it is a profit that's on paper. It's not realized until you actually sell that position. So those are things that I've seen a lot of people do mistakes in the stock market, not managing their emotions, not knowing what their strategy is, and also taking advice from people that are not eligible to give advice. So,
Right.
like, for example, me and you, when we have discussions about crypto, if I'm not
Right.
going to do my due diligence, I'm not going to go buy a certain altcoin that I don't know what's going on with. But people
Exactly.
do that. They hear of a share, they hear of a stock, they hear of a crypto or an altcoin, and somebody tells them, I made 50% in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and people go in.
Hey,
So
FOMO.
those are very, very common mistakes.
Mm. Nice. Nice. And what? How long you been in crypto? How long you been doing crypto?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't honestly recall when I started, because I changed platforms a couple of times. So I
Right.
really honestly wouldn't remember. It's a while back, really while back.
Mm. And also, I know you said something earlier about the gangs. A lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't know, like, especially when a lot of people just getting into investing, they'll know about the gains and taxes you pay and how it works. Like, how long you have to keep it in, or have to keep the stock that you buy before you can not get taxed or get taxed less. Or is it different? Or is it different? Is that different? I want to say different from
Okay,
Bahrain and
can
America. I
I
know
can I
America.
rub it in? Yes, can I rub it in? We don't pay
Please,
capital
please,
gain taxes
please.
in Bahrain,
Go ahead.
and we also don't pay dividend taxes on our local shares. We don't have income tax, and we don't have capital gain tax. Now, when it comes to the U.S. market, though,
Hmm.
again, we have an agreement with the U.S. where we don't pay taxes on capital gain, but we do pay taxes on dividends that we receive in the U.S. market. So there is 30% taxation. That's my
Right.
dog. Can you hear it? Okay. So those kinds of taxes are there, but
Right.
we don't have capital gain taxes.
Damn. So I know we definitely do. And y'all got it. Y'all different over there. Y'all got money that's blow over there in that area. I be jealous of y'all a lot of time. For
Yes, I
real.
know, right?
'Cause I think in America, we have to hold it for like a year. I don't know if a year and a day for it to go from, what is
Bo,
it?
can I just 1 second? On my kids ringing the doorbell. They want to
Oh,
get in.
sure. Go ahead. Go
Just
ahead.
one
Take
second.
your time. Take your time. And but what I was saying, for the people, like, for us American, we usually have to hold it for, I think, 12 months to excuse me. I think 12 months in a day, or like a year, for to get tax. I'm not sure if it to get taxed 24%,
or
24%, or
Sorry,
welcome back.
apologies. I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Ooh, there's an echo.
Yeah.
So sorry, how much do you guys pay taxes?
I think it's like 24%. We gotta hold it for a year, and then be 24%.
24%.
And Trevor, I think got a echo. But it be 24%. And after that is I think it go to 24. I don't remember what it is before. Is we hold it for a year, but I think we hold it for a year, then only be taxed like 24% or whatnot. But yeah, it's way. I mean, if we in is that me? But if we in like Middle East somewhere where like no tax or whatnot, then we can kind of like no tax or whatnot, try to get around it or whatnot. But what I'm hoping with Trump, our best friend, what I'm hoping with Trump is it's a release this no tax on crypto gain, on capital gain for crypto. So I'm hoping that become a thing. I know a lot of rumors out that it may be a thing or whatever. 'Cause I know this or maybe next week is crypto week for American. So I'm hoping that's come out as in no capital gains on crypto. American.
Okay, I'm a bit confused, Bo, because I mean, anyway, regardless, we don't pay taxes on capital gains on crypto over here, but isn't crypto a bit of a deregulated thing where you can sell it peer to peer, and how is that going to be taxed if it's not regulated, if it's not in the system for you guys?
So here's what they doing. So now you're getting more of a friendly SEC, right? So they started to shut down a lot of platforms, right? So most platforms got KYC, the know your customer, right? So when you log into the platform, you have to put your social security number, your name, and everything, address, and they go from there. They track it from there. But there's also some that don't have the KYC where you can avoid it. But now, like SEC is being more. Cause before they like the choke point 2.0, trying to get rid of crypto, whatever. Now they're more friendly with it. So now, like most of the platform, cause now it could become more friendly. So now people are coming up with laws and working with each other. So they're gonna have a KYC just like when you probably don't have it right, but like when you when you register, you put your information in, whatever. So most platform you can log in and put your information in, and they track it from there with your social security, and they will report to IRS, the platform itself. So a lot of them they're gonna start like shutting down each one that don't have the KYC. Cause this is the first time we actually have like a president or administration that's crypto free.
That is pro.
So they kind of learning along the way, and they trying to work it out along the way.
Okay, I'm just also, it beats the purpose, right? When Bitcoin was previously, was first initiated, and in their white paper, talks all about this deregulation, and it was a movement in the 2000s because of the 2007 crisis, and having it be a peer-to-peer, and now we're actually regulating it. So it's really going against the grains and the essence of why it was developed.
So here's the thing, right? They say that it started that way, but once money started getting involved and flowing in, who cares if it's decentralized or whatnot? Because most of them like, oh, this is the people's coin, this and that. You can't have a people coin that, because you don't even know who invented it, who created it, whatever, right? Most people think it's NSA, or people getting the
Satoshi.
So come on. They really like Satoshi Nakamoto invented it. Yeah, but the thing about it is like you can't. Bitcoin is only gonna go so far without the big industry guys involved. Without the big industry guys involved, it wouldn't be this high, this fast, whatever.
Well, bless them, because they're making me money.
Yeah, of course, exactly. But the thing about it is, and I know you're probably not the best fan of XRP, whatever, right? But
say what? I didn't hear you.
I know you're probably not a big fan of XRP, but Bitcoin it's the paper coin, but it's like everybody own the people that own it are the government, big industry now. So can't.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy one XRP to make you happy. Yes. How much is it? All of this $3, right? Is it $2 now?
Why you talking mess? It actually last time I checked, it's as I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. Now. It's 277.
Ooh,
Mm,
ooh.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
we'll get one
mm.
XRP.
Hey, get one. Hold it for like 5 years. You'll thank me later. But anyway, so big so XRP always been what they call the banker's coin with us, right? So
Yeah, and
Bitcoin going against the
that's
grain.
why I kept saying, the idea of XRP was developed is basically to have it for banks and to have a stable coin where they can all use. So the whole premises of it was that it's not a very volatile coin,
Mm, I
not
would
for speculative, trading or
right.
purposes or investing and things like that.
Yeah. I would disagree. I
Hmm.
think XRP was made for not to, I would say not to be valuable or whatever, but it made to be more than what it is, not to be just stable, whatever. At a certain point, it will become stable. But I think the main thing for XRP was to create liquidity, cross-border payment for be
Hmm.
cheaper and faster. So
Yeah.
that's why they have RLUSD. They have a stable coin, right?
Hmm.
So the stable coin they have RLUSD, they have a RLUSD, they got a RL probably gonna have an EUR, and everybody gonna have their own version of that stable coin.
Hmm.
So it's like if I send you RLUSD to Bahrain to get RLBHD, I will send you RLUSD, I will buy XRP, XRP will send it to you in like under 3 seconds, and then you will receive that and it'll convert to RLBHD.
Hmm.
And so the XRP is just the as they say the railroad tracks. It's just the transportation to it. And it's built to open up liquidity. You know how banks are like with the SWIFT system, right? It takes like 3 to 5 days to send to get somewhere, and it's like thousand so much money, too expensive as well. Though. So if you can pay less than a penny and get it within 3 seconds, especially like on weekends, when the banks close and you gotta wait till Monday. If Monday it's a holiday, you gotta wait till Tuesday to get your money, whatever. XRP is the cure that. So XRP is an actual use case. So the RUSD they have is meant to be a stable coin, but the XRP itself is like it gotta be 'cause I think the Swift they is like so many trillions per day or whatnot. So it meant to transfer that, to get liquidate that, right? To have that liquid.
Hmm.
So in order for them to transfer that type of money, XRP can't be cheap. It had to be a certain amount of money to transfer all that. So it's actually have a use case and everybody bidding on it as well with the real world asset. If you the CEO of Robinhood, he opened up in Europe. I don't know if he got it in Bahrain as well,
No, I can't open an account on
uh,
Robinhood.
he basically starting to liquidate the tokenize the market, right? So let's say like Open AI and Star X, which one Elon got? The spaceship Star X, is it Star X, SpaceX,
Starlink.
whatnot? So what Robinhood is doing, see what Robinhood doing, it's not even public. So he's tokenizing it, right? So the people that's in Europe, they able to open a Robinhood account and invest in those stocks, and it gonna
Hmm.
be tokenized. So it gonna be like crypto that kind of you buying, that 24/7. And that's what the world going to. Like instead of you holding, like you looking at your account, you got this stock or whatever. It's gonna be an actual crypto coin that you actually hold it, versus just a stock or whatnot.
Hmm.
And now you're gonna be able to trade 24/7 versus versus 5 days a week and close on weekend and close after 4 p.m. or whatnot. Now you're gonna be able to trade you like crypto is because crypto is 24/7. And that's where we're going to. But we're gonna get you to get some XRP though. We're gonna get you on board. It's okay. We're gonna get you on board.
Why not? Why not?
Hmm.
What about the stock market? What's your sentiments over there with the stock markets hitting all-time highs on certain,
I
and you
love
have
it.
Nvidia of reaching the 4 trillion market cap now?
I love it. I hope they print some more money cause thing about it at the beginning, right? I think Trump tell people like exactly what to invest in, right? So thing they looking at is like energy. They're gonna need energy. Um, crypto. He said he gonna make America no one crypto. So of course crypto. AI. So you're gonna need some Nvidia, some crypto chips or what? Not crypto chip, but some AI chips and whatnot. Um,
Microchips,
microchips, chip and
semiconductors.
exactly. And those things invested in metal, heavy metal, special what is it, rare metal, so TMC. And those are things they're looking to buy and invest in because he throwing money in there. He just proved the beautiful bill, right? So trillions of dollars finna flow into the market. Is what I said. You see, it probably already
How do
started
you
flowing
feel
into the
about
market.
that, you guys over there? I hear so much about the big beautiful bill,
I love
and
it.
so many different people on different sides have
You,
different
you,
sentiments about it.
you know what? It's political. People that saying that is political, right? When you can say, "Oh, you cutting people off, this, that," but it's more stuff that cutting off. Like when they talk about, "Oh, you cutting people off Medicaid," but they plain tell you like, "Oh, they taking the people off Medicaid that's illegal, American legal immigrants, and people that's able to work." Like if you're like 20 something, 30 something, you have a functional body to work. No, you shouldn't be collecting and you should be out there working. That's basically what they saying, right? So that's what's to be against it. They're not cutting like older, elder people that need to have it. They cutting out the people that don't need it. They still can be working with it. But I love it because they're printing the money printing is on. So the people that's
But the money printing is devaluing the US dollar a lot, right?
yes. You know why I like that? If your spending power is getting less, that means you're gonna buy some more crypto because that's gonna go higher. So you don't have no money because you can't keep your dollars because dollars are already useless, right? You can't keep your dollars. So me just holding my dollar, I'm gonna put in some crypto because crypto going up against the dollar. Why would I hold this fiat currency that only losing buying power? When this crypto I can buy, it's like you look at Bitcoin, right? Your best property, the best friend that you love so much, right? Every time you look at crypto, it's up. It been up every year like 20, 30%. It being the it being the market.
Mhm.
That's like the most valuable asset to invest in to beat the market or whatnot, right? Cause it's just been going up. Like you get more profit betting the investing in crypto than you do in the stock market. So why
But
not?
do you know why the US dollar getting devalued impacts me or impacts us? We are pegged to the dollar. So it
Y'all
impacts our
Bahrain pegged to the
currency.
dollar?
Yeah, so Bahraini dinar, the GCC countries, except for Kuwait, are pegged to the dollar
Mm,
because the oil nations, sell
mm,
oil for dollar. So it makes
mm,
sense for us to be pegged to the dollar. And for us now, when we exchange the currency to other currencies such as the euro, for trips or for whatnot products that we buy, it
right.
costs us more now.
Mm.
So as a consumer, it costs us more.
So how
But
you feel about it?
how what?
How do you feel about it? The
I just
devaluing
told
of the
you.
dollar.
I just told you.
So you
For
don't like
us,
it?
everything gets more expensive because the exchange rates go high, right? So
Right.
when our currency is becoming, because of the peg to the dollar, becoming also less and less of value, other things are becoming more expensive for us. So as a consumer, it's
Mm,
more expensive.
mm. You know what that tells you though? Buy more crypto
Or stocks.
or stocks. I'm more
Or
for. I
stocks.
like stock. I like
And
stock. Don't get me
we
wrong.
need
I
to
like
talk about
stocks.
stocks more.
But yeah, we can talk about stocks more. But I just know crypto is going to that. Call 5 years from now, you
Hmm.
gonna say, "Oh, stocks is going to be crypto. Stock that you trade now will be crypto in less 5 7 years. So it's all gonna be the same.
What do you mean stocks are going to be cryptos?
Stock will be crypto. Stock will be digitalized. It will be
Okay, let's
tokenized.
explain the difference though.
Right.
Stocks is an ownership in a company where you're a partner
Hmm.
in a company. A
Right.
crypto is a cryptocurrency
Right.
that is, bought and sold and utilized for purchasing other things. So they're
Hmm.
kind of a bit different. Digitalization of the process of buying shares or Things like
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, that I can understand.
Right.
But stocks becoming a cryptocurrency, that just doesn't kind of make sense, just because they are different.
So
One
what
is
would
a
happen
company
when
ownership, and another is a currency or a
what
cryptocurrency.
would happen is, right? They will have they will build crypto. The real world asset crypto they will have. Let's say Undo, right?
I can't hear you,
They'll
both.
call it Undo, right? Let's say Undo, the crypto Undo, right?
Undo.
Undo is a crypto, right? So something like that would be tokenized. Just like they have you said peg for that. So each stock will have a be tokenized with real world crypto. So the stock will be instead of you just having like when you look at your phone, right? You just see
Hmm.
numbers.
Hmm.
So you don't know what it is. It's not because they don't send you out the certificate saying, "Hey, you hold this many stocks." This right here no more. It's all digitalized. So it's already almost there. So now instead of you just having
Digitalization, I get. I mean,
right,
everything is becoming digitalized,
right,
and with AI, everything is already, progressing 10 times
hmm,
faster towards that. That I
right,
get. I mean,
yeah.
that's been going on for a while, and it will continue. But just
So
the premise that stocks will be cryptos, that just doesn't align. But let's
it
talk a bit about like the stock market. Do you think, like, right now, with it becoming, at all-time highs, is it overheated? Is there going to be a pullback, or is it going to
mm-mm,
continuously sustain itself like that?
mm-mm. Cause just
What is
pull
the
back.
sentiment in the US about it?
So just pull back when they back in April, was it the ninth or the second, whatever the ninth when Trump said
I think it kind of changed now. Like, I'm the one that's asking you the questions because you just put on the rail here.
I know, right? You should be you're a great interviewer. So
Uh,
so for America, I think it still got more to go. Cause they printing money to run it up. Trump whole plan is to run the market up. So they leaving all the red tape. They like so now we just waiting. Everything falling in line. Now we just waiting for them to finish this bill and for them to cut rates. If Jay Powell ever cut rates, which he probably gonna hold on to it, cause I think he being political right now. Once he cut rates, then it's really gonna be crazy. I think the market this year and for the next 3 years gonna do some unbelievable numbers.
okay, if I want to talk about the rates and the Fed, I think what they do is correct, where they are independent of the government,
Mm-hmm.
and that they will are making their own decisions. The whole
Right.
world trusts the American system and the American economy and the stock market based on the premise that the Federal Reserve is an independent body. If there is influence from
Allegedly.
the government
Right.
on the Federal Reserve, that kind of faith will be swayed a bit and reduced, because throughout history and studies that are done, when the central bank is not independent and is influenced
Mm-hmm.
by the government, it's more likely for inflation, more likely for a rapid devaluation of a currency, and for a bit of an economic mayhem. So
Right.
it's very imperative and important that the Federal Reserve maintains its independence. And what Powell has been doing, where he is resisting the pressure and influences from the White House, what he's doing is appropriate for his position.
I agree partially, but only thing I disagree is now that the market is like down, right? There's no inflation, like the inflation is dropped,
Mm.
and when the last administration was in office, he dropped it by 50 basis point, whatever, right? By 50. And that was when it was higher. But
Yeah, but
now
they
that
were
it's
they
dropped,
were they were on track. They were on track this year. They had, um, you know, policies in place or talks in place that they were going to reduce interest rates.
right?
But when the White House came out with these new tariffs and new, you know, they didn't know there
But
was
that's
so much market
propaganda though.
volatility
That's
that there
propaganda
is.
though.
Sorry,
That's propaganda though. Cause the inflation never
propaganda.
did. Look, the inflation still not up though. Cause they sell this story of inflation gonna go into a recession, inflation all the time gonna be high. Inflation didn't move.
I understand, but you can't set a policy in place when you don't know where the direction is going. There needs
But
to be
here's the thing,
stability in
though.
the market, as a
Right.
proper trend for them to
Hmm.
assess and make a
Right.
decision, you know?
Mm. I get it. But here's the thing, though, right? So in last minute, that's why I say you make it. Everybody agree, most people agree that maybe it political. Like last administration, like he was like, "Oh, I only can go from here. I can't look forward. I only can go for what information I have now." But when it comes to this administration, oh, I'm looking forward, thinking I'm looking forward. He no longer looking at the information I have now. Now he looking forward. So why are you changing it up? You're gonna be consistent. Be consistent. And when
Yeah.
it came close to the election time, out of a
Mhm.
sudden he dropped the interest rate. Now interest rate is because they think about it, when they look at the information, it's delayed. It's old information. They
Yeah.
have like um a system where give you current new information. And that information said we like at under 2% inflation.
Mhm.
And then you get in terror, there's more money coming in. So they really kind of no reason for them to not cut rate. But they kind of showing that like everybody like, oh, okay, if you don't cut rates now, you definitely being political about it. You being biased about it.
I don't know. I think
But
that
I agree, it's supposed to be like
there
that.
there must be something. I mean, I'm sure they have their own analysis that they do, their
Right,
own. Yeah, and Jerome Powell, don't forget, he was actually nominated by Trump.
right,
So it's not like, they were
right.
enemies or anything. He was actually in place.
They
So I don't think he
no, he
had an
don't like Trump.
agenda
He
against
don't
Trump.
like
I
Trump.
just think he has a mandate to follow and to look at.
Hmm. That sound good, but in reality, like if you look at the action, right? You go back and look at the action, right? He didn't just cut
Mhm.
25 points, he cut 50 points. So why you cut so hard next to that? So he's just being inconsistent. I think it being political. It's political. Like everybody, even people on the left side, the far left saying, like, yo, you need to cut rate. Everybody like you need to cut rate, but he still uphold. Cause thing about look at it, right? He was too late to even it was too late to increase rate. Now ain't gonna be
Mhm.
too late to decrease rate. He was saying, "Oh, it's transitory. Oh, it's transitory. Transitory." Next thing you know, oh shit, let me wrap this motherfucker up. It's not transitory. But I think he's late as always, as usual. You know. But I'm glad that you have confidence in it. But but I agree with you. What
I'm
is?
giving you a bit of an outside perspective because
Mm-hmm.
you in the U.S. You always have maybe this political allegiance to a side or the other, where I'm
I don't.
impartial to
I
either
like
side.
money. I like money. I voted for crypto. But I got another question for you. I got another question to move segments. Well, right?
Oh,
To
we have
move
Tarp's
segments.
echo
Well,
again. Oh, we have Tarp's echo again.
right? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. But my question. So for how can someone balance investing for the future with enjoying their money today at the same time?
Okay. So how can they enjoy their money today and balance for
Hmm.
the future?
Right.
So easy, so simple. You
Uh-oh.
budget for it.
Oh.
So we don't I am not an advocate of just
Hmm.
completely just saving for the future and not enjoying the moment.
Okay.
Absolutely not. You need to enjoy life. You're only going to be 20 years old once. You're only going to be 30 years old once. You're only going to be 40 years old once.
That's
And
true.
I come from a father that kept saying, save your money, save your money. Why are you traveling? Why are you spending money? You should save it. I'm like, Dad, I really don't want to be enjoying life when I'm 60
Right.
and I'm too tired to do
Yeah.
things. I want
You
to
got
enjoy when
another
I'm much
40 some years
younger.
to go for that.
Exactly. I want to do the
Yeah.
river rafting. I want to do the parasailing when I'm able and physically able to
Mm-hmm.
do that. So
Mm.
always budget. Part of your income definitely goes towards your needs, your
Mm.
shelter, your housing, your bills that you got to pay. And then part of it goes towards your future, which is, your retirement, you're investing for an additional salary in the future, and then part of it goes to enjoying life, traveling, trips for the kids, going out to dinners, whatever you enjoy. But how
Mm.
can you do that? I mean, you might think, okay, how can I spread that so far?
Yeah.
Well, don't spend things on things you don't really enjoy. Make sure
Mm,
you actually spend things on things you enjoy and you budget for it. So during a workshop I was doing the other day, a lady said, I really want this bag, I really want to buy it. I said, that's fine, budget for it, save for it, and buy it.
mm,
But don't go into debt for it, don't go into a credit card debt for it, and don't deprive yourself. If you really want, put it in your budget, put money
right.
aside for it, see how much is it, save for it, and then go ahead and buy it. So finance is not about, or financial advice, not about deprivation. It is
Mm,
about enjoying life, enjoying the moment, live completely and fully, but have it in your mindset that you also have a future and you want to take care of that person you're going to be in the future.
right.
Especially, I would say for parents, because I'm a parent, is that I don't want the day to come where my kids have to take care of me financially. And so, with that in mind, I need to make sure that I have also enough to sustain myself in the future because I don't want to
Mm.
burden that on my kids.
I have a question. I just thought about something, right? So what's your number? As far as when I say what's your number, as far as your, not to say F you money, but like your retirement money. I'm not answering nobody. Like this what I need. I can retire now and like no
Yeah.
more answer nothing.
So, okay, so I know there's this fire movement, which the young people have and stuff like that, and people want to retire. For me, I actually enjoy the job that I'm doing.
Right.
When I was a banker, I was not enjoying life and I was not enjoying my job. So I changed careers and I became an educator and I teach at the university. And that I actually have found that I enjoy to the extent that I'm doing now workshops and teaching the public
Right.
as well. So for me, I am not considering a number to retire right now because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And even if I retire, I will continue to educate and I will continue to talk about finances and money and how can people live responsibly and not in debt.
Mm,
So I don't have a number set in mind right now because I don't have a plan to retire anytime soon. Just because I
mm.
enjoy what I'm doing.
Do you ever
What about
get
you? What is your number?
so you know what's crazy? I was just in a business class earlier today, right? My number, it was FU money, so it was FU money my number, but uh I think for my plans, I'm retiring soon anyway. But my amount of number of me just like saying F it is 2 million.
$2 million?
Yeah.
Well, what you could do, see if when people have a certain amount that is large enough, they go put it towards bonds that
Hmm.
pay them that fixed income, and that can sustain them with their retirement income.
Right.
So you don't need to gamble when you have a large amount of money. You don't need really to gamble it and put it into high
Risky.
risk asset classes. You would put it towards more stable ones that pay you fixed income and make you money.
Mm. So I can find me someone like you that does that type of, they're smart with the numbers and with their money to like, okay, give me something safe. I don't need to make money. I need to keep my money or
Yeah.
whatever. So I go to you like, hey, so I probably do like a VTI, VO and lift off the entrance of that.
Well, index funds, yes. Index funds are, especially like market index funds, like such as the S&P. I mean, the S&P 500 itself, the concept of it is rigged that it's continuously going to go up. We've
Right.
had periods where it has crashed and took a long time for it to recover. I mean, we've seen that. But
Mm-hmm.
over, if you zoom out and you look at over a longer term period, it does recover. However, if you want to be more safe, then you would go into the bonds. Now, I know bonds, when interest rates go down, the value of the bond will increase. But if interest rates go up, then the bonds go decrease. And you have that issue right now in the US with the bond market, right?
Right.
But that's if you're going to trade those bonds. Okay, if you're going
Mm.
to buy and sell them. If you're going to
Right.
just hold it, buy it till maturity and just get the coupons as an
Mm.
extra income, then you don't need to really to be concerned with the face value of the bond because you're not going to be buying and selling it.
Right.
And what I do right now with, for example, in Bahrain, buying bonds and treasuries over here, they are at a very high rate. We had 6%, 6.5%, Right now, maybe around 5.7, things like that. So the last bond that they issued was 6.25. So they're pretty decent rates for bonds. They're really high rates, and so this is excellent for people who are retiring, or people
Right.
that want to preserve their wealth, or even people that are just starting to invest and don't want to take risk with their money and don't know what to do. That
Mm-hmm.
could at least start them on the path where they see the money coming in, and it encourages them to invest so that
Right.
they're not losing their money to inflation. So
Mm.
bonds and for us, the bonds are not really tradable,
Right.
especially, the Bahraini denomination. People usually
Yeah.
buy them to maturity. So interest rate fluctuations won't impact when you already have a bond owned and you're going to hold to maturity.
Mm. I think y'all like more simplified there. Y'all stocks
Our
and way
markets
of
are
investing.
simplified, yeah, than
Yeah.
the US. The US, it would impact you if you're buying a bond that is
Mm-hmm.
issued and you want to buy it either at a premium or a discount. But what I'm talking about is buying it when the government is issuing it. So it's the first issuance and you're
Mm-hmm.
buying it till maturity. Then you don't really need to be concerned a lot with about interest rates because you're going to be getting that fixed income. But
Mm.
of course, if the interest rates go up, then new issuance are going to be higher and you're going to lose out on that,
Yeah.
and all of that consideration. But still,
Nice.
that's the way to go
So
if you have a lot of money. But that's
uh
where Susie Orman, I mean, if you look at people that have a lot of money, such as
right.
Susie Orman as well, she's like, once you are at that status and you don't want to gamble with your money and you want to make a fixed income, that's where people
Mm.
put their maybe partial big amount of their money into bonds or even fixed deposits and wakala. We have products here in Islamic finance banks called wakala,
Mm-hmm.
which is similar to a fixed deposit, but pays you a month that profit monthly or that interest monthly.
Right.
So those are products as well for people, retired people who are looking for that income.
Mm. That's not bad. I need to look into that.
Yeah, we have one bank here that's offering 7% on a fixed deposit, an Islamic fixed deposit,
A
wakala.
bank.
Yeah.
We don't have any bank that I don't think we have any bank that offer that much. Most we probably like 1%.
Yeah.
Like it's a
So
rip
that's the
off.
thing. See, he
Yeah.
over here, because our credit rating is lower than the US. I mean, the US has
Right.
a higher credit rating, right? Even though you guys,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're downgraded recently.
Yeah, we don't pay our bills on time. That's all right.
So that makes borrowing more expensive for you guys. But
Mm-hmm.
our rating is lower than the US, which means that for us, the borrowing is also more expensive than the US, and therefore the interest rates are higher.
Mm. Uh, but yeah, that. But also, another question. So what would you say one piece of financial advice that you wish you would have known when you was younger?
Oh, so many.
Mm. Mhm.
So
Give
many.
us your wisdom.
Give your wisdom. When I was younger, well, the first thing is that when you were, I mean, my dad tried, but
Yeah.
when you're an arrogant teenager, you don't really listen.
Hmm.
In regards to saving and investing, I was good at saving,
Right.
honestly, when I was younger, but I was also a major spender. Like the first when I got my first job, the first thing I did was buy a luxury
Yeah.
car. I bought me a Lexus. That was the
Oh my
first thing I did.
goodness. Well, it was when you was in the States, or you was still in
No, no, no,
Bahrain.
no, no. In Bahrain, when I got my job, I wasn't working in
Yeah.
the US. I was studying. But when I came back, like the first job I had when I was working was bought me a luxury car.
Mm.
He tried to persuade me not to, and I was like, "Dad, I'm young. I want to enjoy it. I'm
Yeah.
working, and I'm working. I don't have obligations. I'm living at home
Hmm.
with my dad. I don't have rent. I don't have
Nice.
any. Yeah, I don't have bills to pay. So why not? So
Hey,
that was
splurge a
that was.
little.
Say what again?
I say splurge a little.
A splurge, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a mistake because maybe I could have, gotten me a lesser car and then
Hmm.
actually saved and invested. I was good about saving, so I did. I was always prudent about having money on the side, and that
Mm.
was ingrained in my mind from family, I guess. But I never invested it. I started trading stocks actually when I was in university during the dot-com crash.
Right.
So I learned how to lose money in the stock market.
Ooh, so you was invested during the dot-com crash?
I was
What you
I
was
wasn't
what you was?
invested. I was a day trader, blindly buying and selling, not knowing what the heck I was
Goodness.
doing, and I
Yeah.
made a ton of money and then lost a ton of money. So
Mm,
I didn't have anyone to guide me then, even though I was studying finance
right.
at university. A lot of it I realized was at that time theoretical. Um, the life experiences that you get from actual trading is different than what you study.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm,
so those kinds of stuff, if I knew about the emotions that go into investing and trading and buying and selling, those I was
yeah.
not aware about. Yeah, we didn't have a course on behavioral finance or behavioral
Hmm.
economics where it taught you how the investment or the emotions plays into it, or how
Right.
is your identity as an investor, or personal finance. Those were never taught on that level, as you know which I hope people start, especially universities and schools.
Right.
I wish schools would start teaching personal finance.
You know what though? I think it was intentional that it wasn't taught about. I think back then, like investing, they were more of a family thing. You would tell your family about that. They want everybody investing, right? It will keep the money within the family. So I think it was like an intentional thing. That's why they use all these words that like instead of just use simple words, they have all these Wall Street terms that like nobody know or heard of to keep you to make you always need them. So you don't do it yourself. Come
Ah,
on, pay me 5% to do it for you. 15% to do it for you. It's too difficult. It's too complicated for you to do this yourself. I think that was all part of the plan to keep you out. And
could be.
that's
It
what
could be. Maybe that's why banks. Maybe that's how banks were making money by keeping
of
people
course.
also in debt to take loans from them, and maybe
Right.
using the people to invest. And also, if they don't teach you about investing, you're more likely to keep your money in the bank and save it there, or put a time deposit, so they pay you peanuts on it, and then they can use
Exactly.
it to make money out of it.
And
Makes
they
sense.
invest
That
it for
could be
you.
a reason.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
that's what I tell people as well. Especially we have over here where if there's certain saving schemes, and
Hmm.
if you put your money in a certain saving scheme where they pay you 0%, by the way, and
Mm.
there's a draw.
Right.
You get a house, or you get a salary for life, or you win
Hmm.
$1 million or something. You have those in the U.S. as well?
That I'm not sure.
Over there, I haven't seen it when I was in the States, to be honest, but over here they have a lot of those saving schemes. It's kind of similar maybe to the concept of lottery in the US, where people buy these lotto
I don't
tickets
think
to
we
win.
had nothing like that. We ain't gonna give you
Huh?
nothing that benefits. If it's in the US and it's beneficial to you, we don't have it. Nah, you don't need that. He'll put your $10,000 in that bank account. You
Hmm.
gonna get you gonna get $150 interest by the end of the year. Be happy. We're gonna take 9,000 to
Mm.
10,000. We're gonna loan it out and invest it,
Hmm.
and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
but
actual
but
thing.
over here, like I was saying, these saving schemes pay you
Hmm.
peanuts, pay you zero, right? And then banks use them to, of course, lend it out or make investments or things like that, and they make
Exactly.
money out of it.
Exactly.
Another
That's
thing I wish that, like you were saying, what wish I learned when I was younger
hmm.
about credit cards.
Ooh.
So a funny thing was, like, I was walking in the university, and then they offer me this to apply for a credit card, and I do.
Right.
And I'm young, and I get my first credit card, and I'm like ruthless with it, and I'm enjoying it. And then you get this other credit card which says, transfer your balance 0%,
Hmm.
for next 6 months. And I do that, and I'm building my credit history, and I keep getting, higher and higher and higher limits of credit cards. And so it gets a bit out of control. And I think this is a problem in the US as well, right now, where you guys have a huge credit card debt. People
Right.
have a lot of credit card debt. People are depending on credit cards. And I think this is one thing that needs to be taught from a young age, that it's not free money,
Yep.
that it's an obligation that you really need to
Hmm.
pay. It's a debt that you need to repay. So be careful, because it's other people's money.
Right.
Banks are taking other people's money and lending it to you. So you need to be prudent with that, and you need to not put yourself in a hole with that.
Mm.
So credit card is an important educational thing that people need to learn about and know from a young age not to abuse it.
I think that's something they should be teaching in school,
Yeah.
like finances, like taxes, doing your taxes. That should be something they're taught in school. How
Taxes
to
they
do
should
your
teach
taxes.
you.
What's that?
They teach you guys about taxes. They
Right,
should
they should
teach you
teach
about
us
us.
about taxes. Right, I know y'all don't have taxes, no those type of problems. You know, they probably should just teach y'all how to be nicer people or whatever. Right. That's something we need in our education system. Teach us about taxes. Teach us about investing. Teach us about these things
Budgeting.
that how to write a check. I know they teach it in certain accounting classes how to write a check. There's people that don't know how to write a
Do
check.
you guys still use checks?
No, there's people that don't even know how to
Maybe they
write a
should
check.
teach about Apple Pay and things like that
Yeah,
now, the digital wallets.
it's easy.
And that
I
is
mean,
not
it's
free
all going
money.
away.
You know that ding 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 that noise. It's not free money.
Yeah, I had to teach my daughter that. Like, she used to think when she was younger, everything was $2. Like, oh, give me $2. It's $2. $2. Now, once she discovered and got her own card, now just swipe it. Just swipe it. So like pay money to it. Just swipe it. So I had to start teaching her about okay, let me put you on a budget. Let me give you
Mhm.
allowance now. And I wish when I was a child I had allowance. You know, my daughter like, oh, her allowance like $100, $200 every 2 weeks or whatever, right? And she take her money, right? Keep her money. And oh, I want to get this. So how did that fall on me to purchase it? You have your own money. But I'm sure you
Mhm.
already went through those stages and stuff. But
My mom was good about that. I mean, giving me an allowance, and
mm,
I would have to
you
save
had
that and buy
allowance?
myself what I wanted
Wow.
and be prudent. And it's also because of her that I learned how to start a college fund for my kids because that's what she did for me
Right.
to go to college. You know, the first couple of years
Mm,
I went to Seattle, it was because my mom had saved up for a college fund for me. So
mm-hmm.
when as soon as my son was born, I started a fund for him and started saving for his college. And now he's reaping the benefits because he's now going to second year and he's studying
Right.
abroad. So that was, I guess, it is a cycle. If you learn something and you teach it to your kids and
Yeah.
they see you doing it,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I always share the finances with them and I keep showing them, this is how much it's going to cost, this is how much money we have, so that they are prudent. And my son
Oh, really? Oh,
has,
wow.
yeah, and he has an investment account already, a brokerage account where he
Mm-hmm.
is buying and selling shares as well and investing.
Yeah.
So he's made $1,000, so he's happy about
Nice.
that from NVIDIA mainly. But
mm. So
so
did your
it's
mom
good
did
to
your
teach
mom
kids,
teach you that?
Sorry?
Did your mom teach you that when you was younger? Did she like go over finances when y'all paying bills? Did she sit down with you and let you showed you the bills she was paying and everything? Or
Well, I knew a bit about from my mom, definitely, but I don't think she showed me the bills, but I knew what was going on in terms of money. Both my parents were very transparent
right?
about how much they had, about how much they were spending, and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And also playing Monopoly when you're young
Right.
also teaches you kind of, that people that own the assets become the rich ones in
Mm,
the game, and the ones that
right.
are just collecting the cash are going to probably lose it because you keep landing in
Mm-hmm.
other people's houses.
Right.
So it kind of makes you aware that it's better to own assets than to hold the
Mm.
cash.
And I know when I was younger, I think most black communities, you're not gonna be sitting down with your parents going over finance. They're not finna,
Mhm.
that's like taboo. Like you're not finna go mind your business. Go sit over there with the kids over there. They're not teaching about so a lot of time with especially in the black community, you learn about finance once you're in college, once you out of
Oh,
school,
okay.
whatever. Cause there's no one actually teaching that. We have like I know a while they had like a county school or whatnot, but you learning how to save and invest money through people who parents taught them how to save and invest money. So during high school, a lot of people didn't just learn from the teacher; they learn from other students as well, because they
Mhm.
live a different lifestyle than you. So you may be more regularly informed about this. That's probably some of my family never teach me. So I may have learned something through the students there. So I know that's one of the things that It can be both. So that's something they can add into a school to learn about, as well as parents can like be teaching that to their parents school to their kids as well.
I mean, not necessarily sitting just with your kids and talking about it. They learn money habits through what's going on,
Right.
through deprivation or abundance or being spoiled and given whatever they want. Then they don't learn the value of money. So it's just people have different things growing up, different gonna gain different habits from about money.
Right.
So yeah, even if they're not conversing with you, then it could be because they're not aware about it. They don't know how to handle it, or they don't
That's
know how to
true.
manage it.
That's definitely true. And that's thing like most people, most audience, most people deal with, they grew up in like lifestyle. So they
Hmm.
parenting wasn't real and well and informed about money and how to handle money as well.
Hmm.
So most people that we're talk to in our age group is they're the generation curse breaker. So they're the first one that seeing so much amount of money. They're the first one that learn to invest. They the one
Hmm.
that the black sheep of the family, and they're not
Yeah.
going that route. They're going this route because like they are
Yeah.
learning about money. They're learning about assets. They learn about liabilities. And I know with um our people that I grew up with, it's just financing was like not a thing that was commonly taught or talked about. So if you're a person that started investing, you started making money, and if you go back and like, hey, you should open this type of account, you should start putting money in this. You're looked at this like, nah, I ain't doing that. Don't talk to me about this. I got to pay the bill, whatever. So you do
Yeah.
out, you like the black sheep. So it kind of like, oh, you only can take people with you that are willing to go. So it comes to a thing where you started being around like-minded people, and you
Hmm.
started bouncing off like steel sharpens steel
Yeah.
type of event.
See, like when you said about growing up, a lot of girls, especially maybe in my culture, they learn about saving, but they don't learn about investing.
Mm,
So women generally learn how to save from a young age, maybe save money to buy something,
right.
but don't learn about investing it to make the money that they have multiply. And so when
Mm.
I grew up learning how to save, and I was good at that, but I didn't learn how to
Right.
invest it. So
How to
that
do
I
nothing
had
with
to that
it.
I think it was the opportunity or the timing that I was studying finance during the dot com where there was a major hype, and I entered the stock market at that time and learned,
Mm,
so there is this avenue, there is this thing here where you can make money, buying and selling. But then,
yeah,
of course, it crashed and I lost all my
nice.
capital. And so
What you
I learned
learned
from
from
my mistakes at a
that?
young age.
What you learned from
Of
that?
course, of course. Yeah, I mean, money that you lose is
Hmm.
a lesson for the next time round when you're in. So what that taught me, for example, when the COVID crash happened, I was like, holy, it's brilliant time to pump money into the market. And I made a ton of money, during the
Right.
COVID. So
Mm,
it was amazing. So now when there is a crash, I'm happy because I was like, this is excellent. The stocks are on sale. I can get
right.
more of it now. So I'm waiting for the Bitcoin to come down so I can get
Right.
more of it. And so it wouldn't upset me if there was a major pullback or the price went down
What's your
a bunch.
target number? What's your target
So
price?
actually, like, see, when it was there was a time when Bitcoin was kept going up, rallying, and then there
Hmm.
was a pullback to 99, right?
Right.
So again, I bought some more at that price, and then it
Mm,
rallied up the next day. So I was kind of happy. So I keep waiting for a bit of a pullback
right.
to get more in,
Hmm. That's
because
not
people are gonna lock in profits. When they
right.
lock in profits to have their realized gains, there's gonna be a bit of a pullback, and it's a good entry point again.
That makes sense. But I'm don't judge me, but I had I had I had a lot of about Bitcoin like before, but it was like at 40,000, 50,000 like last year before
Hmm.
the halving and whatnot. But I haven't really been getting any Bitcoin because I look at it like from here, the most it will be is 2x this year before like going to winter season, whatnot. but I just see more more profit and more you get more of your money, more gain out of your book by investing in different crypto, whatever.
Well, like I said, everybody has their different preferences and different shares. So, for example, during COVID, where I made my ton of money was from cruise ships.
Mm,
When cruise ships crashed, because it's COVID, they're all
right.
not operating, I entered aggressively into the cruise ships, and I kept, you know, buying and selling them and trading them, and I made more than 500% on some
Wow.
of them. So of
Nice.
course, I spent all that money taking my kids on a trip all around the
Yeah.
US. There you go. I pumped it back
Ugh.
into the US.
Yeah, you
So
got it back.
yeah, so there are different things that you can do when the markets crash.
Hmm.
If Bitcoin is not your cup of tea, for me it has given me more than 100% return.
Right.
So I'm pretty happy with Bitcoin, and definitely if it does pull back, I would definitely put more money in. Another thing you were talking about, learning how to invest. I would tell people about, the concept of dollar cost averaging, which is basically if there is a pullback,
Hmm.
don't just go dump all your money in.
Mm.
Keep some money aside. Okay, so when first Trump took over the presidency and started
Right.
this tariffs, the
Right.
prices kept going down and kept going down and
Hmm.
kept going. So people kept buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. But
Right.
then if you put all your money the first dip, you went all in. You didn't have
Enough to
any
buy.
to buy the other dips that happened, and it kept progressively going down. So
Right.
that is an important concept for people to ensure not to go all in,
Hmm.
and don't go all in ever on short-term trading either. If you're
Mm.
someone who's buying and selling constantly to do short trade and the pump and dump and buying and selling and all that,
Something
don't go
dumb.
all in. Have a small percent. If you want to gamble,
Yeah.
with that day trading, do a
Hmm.
small percent of it. Have a diversified portfolio. Your asset allocation. Be aware of it. Make
Mm.
sure you understand your risk tolerance, and accordingly have those asset classes aligned. If you're a high risk person, then go ahead, into the cryptos, go into the stock market. If you're
Mm.
someone that doesn't have any risk tolerance and you're towards retirement already, and this is your retirement money, then we would advise you to go into less volatile asset classes such as the bonds to have a fixed income. So understand your risk tolerances. And of course, if you have a high risk tolerance as well, you can go into the option trading, and
Right.
you can, you can make that money over there as well. I
You
think you
def
do a bit of option trading, right?
I do. I do. I do I don't do day trade. I do more of a leap call leaps. Cause
Hmm.
when I day trade, it be whooping my ass. So I do more of like like 6 months to a year. It give it time to do what it gonna do. And I learn
Hmm.
as I've been testing it out. I realize I profit more money when I do 6 months out. When I try to day trade for the day, whatever I lose, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. But I do like the shortest I do is maybe a month or two out. 'Cause I need time for it to go do what it do. I get my money
Yeah, when
back.
I say day trading, also not necessarily means like within the same day, but like
Right.
I'm talking like generally like a very short term, not holding
Hmm.
long term for 5 years or 10 years.
It's true. Cause I do most I do a lot of calls options out or whatnot, and it's been pretty beneficial this year. I can't complain. But
Good.
you know what though? You know one of my most drastic moments in investing. So it was like I think it was 22 going into 23. What's it what's it when the Ukraine war popped off, whatever, right? So
Hmm.
I had I just went through I think it was the end of 23 or 20 going into 24,
When the
whatever. I can't
Ukraine and
remember.
Russia war,
I think so. Or maybe the year after that. I can't
2022,
remember.
right?
22. So maybe it was 23. Maybe it was the end of 22 going to 23 then. So I had cause you got the Santa rally that happened at the end of the year, right? So I had my stock, had a lot of I had a lot of option calls out, right? So I will probably profit like 40 grand, right? So I can see, you know how you got the green, everything green, looking lovely, whatever. And about March time frame, I was like negative 10,000. Oh, I was sick. Like my just to see your stuff go from positive and all the way down to the in the negative, I would hurt. But
Were you
one
you
thing,
hold your options for a very long time?
I had it out for like a year, 6 months or a year, whatever. So I think at that time I had it to January 25. I think it was when to have it. I think it was 23. So 23 going to 2024.
Mm.
And I had my option out to like 6 months to a year or whatever. And I had my plans. I had like for 3 months. I had a 6 months. I planned on selling at that time. But I think that's the year that everything will fuck. I think we was in a recession. I think that's the year that we went into a recession that they didn't call
So
a
you
recession.
had call options basically.
Yes, yes. And that shit, oh my goodness. I would hurt. But one thing I did, I just kept on, you know what I'm saying, putting more money into
Recouping.
it or whatever. And I just
What
ride
was
it
the
out.
most money you ever made on an option?
On one option was Nvidia. When Nvidia went from like, was it like $80 or something to 100 some dollar when they had an earning call. So I made like 15,000. I had about two option calls, right? And each one was $300.
Mhm. So you
So I
invested
bought
$600 and
nine
made
hundred,
15
900,
$900. You
right?
bought three options.
Yep. And each one
Okay.
went up to overnight, it went up to 5,000. So
Overnight. So in one
yes,
day you made 15,000.
yep.
So you liquidated, right? You closed the position.
So here's the
Good. So
thing,
you did
right?
not become greedy and keep it longer.
Nope. Oh, 'cause I will plan the earnings call, right? They had earnings
Oh,
that night.
okay.
So I did earn they said I seen they did earnings. So I bought me a call on the earnings. And the
Mm,
next day they beat earnings. That went like it went up like $100, like $100, whatever, right?
wow.
So the next day, I was in Bahrain actually during that time, right? So the next day, I'm like, I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell. You know, I'm trying to hurry up and sell because it's dropping because people are selling whatever, right? So I'm just trying to sell. Then that thing, no, I realized it was waiting for, you know how you put in the option to sell and it waiting for it to hit that number. And I
Yeah.
realized I sold and I sold again. I sold again. The option already sold. So I realized it was saying like you got more option to sell than you have available. So shit. So let me go and adjust the number, whatever. So I kind of was chasing it down, but it
Mm.
ended up selling at like 5,000 something, right?
So
So after
you put in a limit.
yes, I put in a stop loss. I put in a stop loss. Actually, I ain't put in a stop, I put in a sale, a limit sale.
Mhm.
And it was just going, going, going. So two of them, two of them I got on limit. The last one I had on a market sale. You know how the market sale, they're gonna give you the bottom shit, whatever. But I ended up like it ended up being like 5 grand a piece or whatnot.
Well, you have to because other people are on the other side trying to buy them.
Exactly.
They have to
And that was
find others similar to stocks. You have to find other people to buy your position.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the most I had in one play. And after that, I had a couple, not as much as that, whatever. But after that was like my biggest play, one of my biggest earnings that day.
Excellent.
At one time, at one time.
Good.
But yeah, but that's for stocks, right?
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
crypto, it will be in November with 6x. When XRP went from 50 cents to $2 and something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you had a large position in XRP.
I had a decent position. I had a decent.
Hmm.
It was worthwhile.
Sure. Well.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bo, I really need to go. It's
Yeah.
becoming evening time over here now.
I know. But I appreciate you for coming on and enlightening us with your thoughts and brains and your knowledge and keeping us showing us how to make and save and keep money.
I hope it was useful, and I hope you guys continue with your podcast, educating people on, the necessity to actually save and invest, because it's
Yes.
very imperative. You can't live on your salary or, one income in this day and age with the inflation becoming tremendous, and the devaluing of the dollar, like you said, over in the US. So people do need to learn ways to multiply their income and have multiple sources of income. And investing is a simple way because it's making you money while you sleep. It's not an active, you don't have to actively work, even though, you have to be actively pressing a button to do the investments. But at least, if it's a long-term investing, put those in place, put a system in place, automate it, and reign the passive income, the benefits of having a passive income.
That's fact. I love passive income. But I appreciate you coming on and enlightening us. I'm gonna let you get to your studying and making Bahrain great.
Preparing for my workshop tomorrow.
Exactly. Making more people more money.
Or educating. My main goal is to educate people so that they're aware. At least there's an awareness, starting an awareness.
Right. That too. We care about education too. But yeah, we're about to get into the ratchetness, and appreciate you coming on. Feel free.
Well, thank you for having me. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. But yeah, let's for Miss Emma. A little bit of finance for you people, finance for you by now. As we get this party started. Said Trap still on. Trap, you still on? They probably passed out with her. But yeah, man, it's but it's good to have your finance in order, man. Cause we're in a day and age where
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, bet. Nah, I didn't. I know y'all kept
echo like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all kept complaining about the echo, and I didn't want to interrupt her when y'all was spitting knowledge. But definitely appreciate her dropping her jewels and shit. I don't know where the echo's coming from, bro. Like I don't know.
I'm trying to see if I can
like. I ain't got nothing different than what I usually have. I don't hear the echoes. I can't. Oh, but I know it might be because you started the live so fast when I got in. I couldn't disable the echo canceling on what's this shit called? Riverside. I couldn't disable the echo on that. So it might be
what?
What's up?
We'll stop it and we'll start over.
All right, yeah, let's do that since since it's two different parts, and I think that first part was so dope, just talking about finance, and that'll give me a quick thing because my internet kept going in and out because it was an outage over here. That's why my screen struck like this, but I can't change the screen because you can't change the screen while it's recording.
Already started.
Yeah, because you're recording, so I can't change nothing. So I was just like, fuck, man, I can't even get back in this bitch unless Bo end the live. So. Yeah, let's end it and then run it back in so I can fix all my stuff and maybe we could fix this echoing.